Welcome to eComFiles. We started this video podcast, and today is episode 3. Can you believe it? It's episode 3. And we started this video podcast to help e-commerce store owners to be successful and reach financial independence, but most importantly, build momentum and have an impact without burning out on the way. We're going to cover everything from marketing to operations and beyond. So let's get started today by talking about SMART goals. Sebastian, last time we met, we talked about marketing strategy, and you mentioned the importance of being clear on your goals, but making it smart. What are SMART goals and why are they important?
Yeah, so SMART goals are that my headphones like to mute myself automatically. So if I have my fingers here, that's because I'm currently muted. Against my will, that is. Where were we? SMART goals. What are SMART goals and why are they important? SMART goals really, well, it is really easy for us humans to set goals that are, let's call them wishy-washy. And a SMART goal is a framework that helps you to come up with a goal that is very precise, it's achievable, and that helps you to set a goal that you can actually hit and that you know when you hit it, which both are important. And also, you know, when you make progress towards it, that you actually got closer, that you're on the right track. So at any given time, you want to know, because as humans, it makes us feel better if we know. You want to know, are you on the right track? Are you moving towards your goal? Is your goal even, can you reach it? Does it make sense? Does it make sense in your situation? And yeah, did I reach it already? Did I blow past it? And a typical goal for entrepreneurs that is not a SMART goal is something like, I want to make more money.
Yes.
That's a very typical, very common goal, and you will never get there.
Right, you'll never make more money. Yeah. That's a little bit too vague. It's a little bit too hazy, right?
Yes, but if you ask entrepreneurs what is your goal, you often get just that answer. I want to have more impact. I want to make more money. I want to do more of this or that. Even I want to improve myself. I want to do more meditation. It's probably a very good goal for you, but you will never know if you reach it. You will not even know if you make progress towards it.
I see. I mean, that's very helpful.
Unless you have something to compare it to. And if you set a SMART goal, then you have numbers attached to it.
Okay.
And then you have something to compare it to. You have something to measure.
Okay.
And so,
yeah, that's very important. I mean, one of my favorite quotes of all time is, "What you do not measure, you cannot grow." And so I often think back when I was a kid, you know, especially when you're growing, and you know, I play basketball, so I was always measuring myself. Am I getting taller? Am I getting taller? So that's the only way you know, right? So like, am I, you know? So
well, you probably would have grown without measuring your body height, but but if you talk about basketball, if you want to improve, if you just run around the field and don't do what you don't know what you're doing, and then you try a thing and your gut is telling you that it was a good thing, and then you tried another thing and your gut is telling you that it was a bad thing, and then you do more of the first thing, and in the end you don't really know if you just go by your gut. I mean, the human gut is pretty good often, but you don't really know if it was the right decision. Whereas if you do it 100 times and count how many balls you got in the basket or how many swishes you got, and you do the other thing and count again, And you have something to compare.
Yeah, something to go by. Yeah.
And then you know what you have to do to grow.
Yeah, that's important. Okay, awesome. So, I mean, I believe you have a presentation that you can also show the audience. Is that correct? That you want to show about SMART goals?
Well, yeah, talking about all this is great, but how do you actually get there? And it is not really a presentation. It is just a file. It's a PDF worksheet that I created a while back for another business. So ignore the logo on there.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought it was valuable, so I wanted to share it with you. Let me find it so that I can.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, as you guys are watching this, one of the favorite things that I have like about eComFiles is this is off the cuff. This is when you're dealing with technology, you don't know what's going to work, you don't know what's going to happen, but the beautiful thing is it's all tailored to help you to grow your business, and we want to bring as much impact and real transformation and change to you as an e-commerce store owner. All right, here we go.
As possible. Yes, absolutely.
All right, awesome. SMART goal worksheet. Wow.
That is what it is about. Helping you grow, helping you be less stressed.
Yes.
Okay. I'm not going to read this to you, but maybe we should talk about what SMART actually stands for, because it's clearly an acronym.
Yeah.
The first one is, and I kind of alluded to that already, it's specific. You need to know exactly what you want to accomplish, and you get there. You get to the specific part of it by asking W questions. What is it exactly that you want to accomplish? Why is this goal important? Go beyond the stuff that is obvious, like dig deeper, like maybe ask 5 whys. What happens if I reach that goal? What happens if I don't reach that goal? What's the impact gonna be on my business? And then if I look at that impact, what is going to happen because of that? So dig deeper and go really deep into the why. Why is this goal important to you? Like your primary goal might be to make more money. Like I want to reach 100,000 a month by the end of the year. But why do you want to make more money? And then if you dig a little deeper, you might actually find that it is not really about the money, but that you want to help more people, and that money gives you the ability to help more people. Maybe you want to give part of that to a nonprofit that you like. And having that money will give you the ability. So be very, very clear on not only what the goal is, but why you want to reach that goal. Then also who is doing the work? Is it you? Is it your team? Are you trying to manage a team? Or do you have to put in the work? I mean, either way, it's going to be work for you. Otherwise, you might want to reassess a goal. But be clear on who is doing what to get you there.
Yeah.
And also look at the resources that you need. Make sure you actually have them, which is another step, which we will talk later on in the SMART acronym. It is achievable. Can we actually get to that goal in that time? Next one, the M in SMART stands for measurable. And before I go on, that SMART acronym has been around for a long time, and you might find different translations of the letters into words. And the translation that I chose here, I find to be particularly helpful. That is why you see that. But you might find other explanations of what each letter stands for in the literature out there. All of them are valid. I just find this one to be particularly helpful. So measurable. When do you know, how do you know that you're done? If you say more, I want more, you're never going to be done. If you say, I want to make $100,000, you're going to be done if you have made $100,000. That's easy. That's what you want your goals to be. Easy. Well, not easy to achieve, but easy to tell that you achieved it.
Right. I see.
And that's what this measurable is.
That's good.
And then okay, achievable. I kind of mentioned that before, but you need to make sure that you can actually get there. If you keep running after this goal and at the whole time have the feeling that you will never get there, or at least not in the time you set yourself, then that can be really demotivating.
Absolutely.
So you want to make sure that you set a goal that is achievable, and that's particularly important if you're working with a team. Giving a team a goal that they can't reach, particularly if you do it repeatedly, will tank productivity.
Right.
So be realistic. Make goals that they can achieve. Make goals that they can be happy about because they achieved it. That happiness is very important to running a team, even if that team is only yourself.
That's good.
Don't hurt your own morale. Don't hurt your own productivity by setting stretch goals. Stretch goals don't work. Just set something that you can achieve and then celebrate that you achieved it. And then you can set the next goal. And if you're done early because you set the goal too small, then pick the next goal and keep working on it.
Makes a lot of sense. I think the aspect there is really focusing on getting momentum, right?
Getting momentum and being aware of the momentum.
Right. Yeah.
So it is better to break a goal down into several small goals and celebrate each win on the way than to make one big goal and then give up at the end because you didn't notice that you actually made a ton of progress.
Right. That's good.
Relevant. Does this goal actually make sense in your context? Like, you're probably going to have a bigger goal. Like, you started your business. You started your business to achieve something.
Yeah.
Even if it is just making a living or providing a life to your family. You started the business to do something.
Right.
And this goal that you're setting yourself now, does that align with a bigger goal? It's also very important for your psychology, because if you're running after goals that don't make sense in your bigger picture, then you will lose motivation. Also, you might not notice it, you might not lose that motivation, but then you're running in the wrong direction. You will never reach your bigger goal. So make sure it all fits together. And that's really what relevant is about. And to that context, I also recommend that you have a 5-year goal, a 1-year goal, and a 1-month goal, and maybe even a 1-week goal. So go down, but have those bigger goals to aim for. And that goes back to breaking your tasks down into small pieces.
That's good.
Relevant. Okay, and the other one is timely, which that really covers 2 things. The first one is, does it make sense right now to go after this goal? Like, really, is this the most important thing to tackle right now?
Yeah.
But the other one, which is more important, and some people call the last letter time bound for that reason, instead of timely, you need a deadline. I want to make $100,000. I probably will achieve that goal in a lifetime. I want to make $100,000 by the end of the month is a totally different ball game. So
that's good.
You need to make clear on the time frame, the timeline that you have for that goal.
Yeah. That's really important because if you don't set clear, if you don't understand we're in a dimension of time and you don't know how to set those increments properly,
Yes. Yes.
you will be very frustrated, right?
Yep.
And you won't be able to pay the bills.
Yeah.
Very
And
good.
then well, once you have that deadline, make sure that all the other points still fit, like
Yeah.
particularly the achievable. Like it's easy to make
Right.
$100,000.
Yeah.
Eventually, it's not easy to make that in a month. Is that
Right.
still achievable?
That is different
And it
factors.
probably is, but you need to be clear on that.
Very good. Very, very, very good. Wow. Wow, Sebastian, thank you for sharing this. This was very, very, very empowering, very educational. I learned a lot, and we use this for clients, and I felt like I learned a great deal. So I feel like we dug deeper beneath the surface.
Yes,
That's very
which,
good.
yes, but that's again the point here. Trying to help you to not burn out on your
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
And I
Tremendous.
hope this little walkthrough will help you be a little more relaxed on your way to achieve your goal.
Yes, absolutely. I feel relaxed already. Awesome. Well, guys, thank you again. That was another episode of eComFiles. Thanks for showing up. We hope you found the information valuable. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. We love to hear from you. You know, we're going to get back to you as soon as you reach out. If you want to see more content like this, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so whenever we go live, you do not miss our content. And thanks again for watching and have a wonderful day. We'll see you next time. Anything else you want to say, Sebastian, to close out?
Nope, that was a perfect closeout. Thank you
All
all
right.
for watching and see you next time.
Later.